Good morning, my dear friends and students. Dear students, today's topic is ratio analysis for class 12th. And even this topic is important for BCom, BBA, UP board and many other state boards. My dear children, if you want to study ratio analysis in one video, in one go, it is very difficult. So, I am planning to provide you the video in 4 parts. Part 1 will be based on liquidity ratios. Part 2 will be based on profitability ratios. Part 3 will be based on turnover ratios. And part 4 will be based on solvency ratios. Yes, you rightly understood. There are 4 parts of ratios. Liquidity ratios, profitability ratios, turnover ratios and solvency ratios. Dear children, we will discuss one by one all these parts. Dear children, so let's proceed for liquidity ratios. Dear children, liquidity ratios are also known as short-term solvency ratios. Short-term solvency ratios includes current ratio and liquid ratio. Current ratio. Current ratio is also called working capital ratio. The formula for current ratio is mentioned here, that is current assets by current liabilities. One by one, we will discuss all the important terms. But before that, we should understand the ideal of current ratio is 2:1. I repeat, ideal of current ratio is 2:1. It means the over and above of current ratio 2:1 is bad for the organization. And if it is below 2.2:1, that is too harmful. It means if current ratio is less than 2:1, the company is not enough capable to pay off the current liabilities. Whereas if current ratio is more than 2:1, that indicates that the current assets may be idle. Cash and bank balance may be idle. Stock is in excess, which is unsold, which may harm our business reputation too. So, the current ratio, which is also called working capital ratio, you must not be confused with working capital turnover ratio, which we will study later on. Working capital ratio, that is current assets by current liabilities, and the ideal is 2:1. Then the second ratio is liquid ratio. Liquid ratio is another name of quick ratio. It is also known as acid test ratio. Liquid ratio can be computed as liquid assets by current liabilities. My dear children, how to calculate current assets, current liabilities and liquid assets? It's an important, very important big question. So let's go ahead with this solution. Current assets is equal to current investments plus inventories plus trade receivables plus cash and cash equivalent plus short-term loans and advances plus other current assets. Yes, these are the 6 subheads of current assets. And similarly, current liabilities is equal to short-term borrowings plus trade payables plus other current liabilities plus short-term provisions. Definitely, these are the 4 subheads of current liabilities. So, under these subheads, various items may be there. We have to be very cautious in this regard. So, how to calculate net working capital? That's an important step, my dear children. Net working capital means excess of current assets over current liabilities. That means current assets minus current liabilities. Then we must be able to understand liquid assets. How to calculate liquid assets if current assets are given? Liquid assets is equal to current assets minus closing stock or inventory is one and the same thing, minus prepaid expenses. Yes, liquid assets is equal to current assets minus closing inventory minus prepaid expenses. Dear children, this is very important thing to note. Liquidity ratio measures a company's ability to pay short-term obligations within one accounting year. When the question says to compute liquidity ratios, at that moment you need to calculate both current ratio and liquid ratio. When the question says to calculate or compute the short-term solvency ratios, which ratios will you calculate? That is absolutely current ratio and liquid ratio. Please, dear children, don't get confused with the long-term solvency ratios. When we will study solvency ratios, we will come to know the solvency ratio includes or indicates the long-term solvency, whereas liquidity ratio indicates the short-term solvency of the business. Let's move to the next slide. Dear children, now the slides will indicate how to solve the questions. Practically, numerically, how are you going to solve the questions? In this present question, current ratio is given to you 2.5, liquid ratio is given to you 1.5, stock at the end, which is also called closing stock, is rupees 3 lakh, prepaid expenses is equal to rupees 60,000, and you need to calculate current assets and current liabilities. Yes, current assets and current liabilities you need to calculate. So dear children, if this question is a 3 marker or 4 marker in the exam, how will you compute? Firstly, write all the information which is provided to you, and then put a question mark what you need to calculate. See, current ratio is 2.5, closing stock is rupees 3 lakh, prepaid expenses is equal to rupees 60,000. I am using current assets as CA. So I have mentioned it. CA is equal to current assets, CL is equal to current liabilities, and LA is equal to liquid assets. Now, after mentioning this, I can use these short forms. Bilkul absolutely like that when we were doing our maths. Let the number of bananas be X. So we can use the term X. Right. So similarly in our accountancy also, if we have mentioned that this is the short form we are using, now you can use your short forms. So dear children, current ratio is equal to 2.5. So apply the formula. See the next step. Current ratio can be written as current assets upon current liabilities. That is equal to 2.5. Upon 1 obviously. When nothing is mentioned, we can divide this by 1. So if we do cross multiplication, we get current assets equal to 2.5 CL. This is our equation. And now I have started in the right side. Liquid ratio is equal to LA upon CL. That means liquid assets upon current liabilities. LA upon CL is equal to 1.5. That is mentioned to you in the question. Again, LA is equal to 1.5 CL. This is your second equation. I have got 2 equations, my dear children. Now, you remember, in our previous slide, we mentioned liquid assets is equal to current assets minus closing inventory minus prepaid expenses. So, I have applied this formula here. CA minus closing stock minus prepaid expenses is equal to LA. So, after writing this formula, CA can be written as 2.5 CL from equation 1. Minus closing stock is 3 lakh, we can write there. Prepaid expenses 60,000, we can mention in front of prepaid expenses, is equal to 1.5 CL in place of LA. So after solving this equation, we get current liabilities equal to rupees 3,60,000. And when you have calculated this current liabilities, you are capable enough to calculate current assets, and current assets is equal to 2.5 into 3,60,000, that comes rupees 9 lakh. Absolutely, my dear children. After this, you can calculate even liquid assets. Liquid assets is equal to 1.5 into 3,60,000. Then what will be the figure of liquid assets? How much will be the answer? That is your solution. If you can do it, it means you have understood how to do the question. See, dear children, question should be well presented by you in order to force the teacher to get marks. Teachers are waiting for those students who are deserving candidate actually. And definitely you deserve more than your desires. Definitely you are capable to score 100. Dear children, question number 2 from our side. See, current ratio is given to you 4.5. Liquid ratio is 2.5. Stock at the end is 2,40,000. You need to calculate current assets, liquid assets and current liabilities. Dear children, here the same question is there. The concept is absolutely used in the same manner, and in a same way all the three answers are computed here. See how the answers are highlighted, that is the important thing. So similarly, you need to solve this question, my dear children. And when we are proceeding for the next question, the question is something different. Question 3 indicates current assets and current liabilities of a company are rupees 3 lakh and rupees 2 lakh respectively. The accountant of the company decided to pay off current liabilities in such a way that the current ratio becomes ideal. Now, again the question is, what is the ideal current ratio? That is, we have already discussed 2:1. Now we need to find the current liabilities paid off. How much current liabilities are paid off by the accountant or the firm? So now we need to compute it. Bachcho, current ratio can be computed as current asset upon current liabilities. We can write this. Current asset upon current liabilities is equal to 3 lakh by 2 lakh, that is mentioned in the question. Now, whatever we need to calculate, we are going to assume that let the current liabilities paid off be X. It is like mathematics, my dear children. So current ratio should be ideal means apply the formula for current ratio, CA upon CL is equal to 2/1. Now mention current assets 3 lakh rupees, it's already given, minus X because you are paying cash to pay off current liabilities. When you are paying cash, it is reducing your current assets, divided by 2 lakh minus X because current liabilities will be settled, so it will decrease, is equal to 2:1. Now solve this by cross multiplication. You will get 3 lakh minus X is equal to 4 lakh minus 2X, and after computing you will get the value of X is equal to rupees 1 lakh. Hence current liabilities paid off is rupees 1 lakh. You should highlight the answer, my dear children. When you are solving the question like this, definitely you will get 100% marks. If it is a 3 marker, you will get 3. If it is a 4 marker, you will get 4. So dear children, if it is 1 marker, you need to solve it in rough and you have to provide the answer. Absolutely correct answer you have to mention. If it is a MCQ, you have to tick mark the correct answer, my dear children. Please mind it. So question number 4, that is total assets is equal to rupees 5 lakh, non-current liabilities is equal to rupees 50,000, shareholders fund is equal to rupees 3,50,000, non-current assets is equal to rupees 4 lakh. Find the current ratio. Dear children, we have to calculate current ratio. Total assets is equal to rupees 5 lakh. NCL, that is non-current liabilities, rupees 50,000. Shareholders fund that is rupees 3,50,000. NCA, non-current assets, that is rupees 4 lakh. And current ratio is equal to question mark. Total assets we can compute by applying the formula NCA plus CA. We know in the balance sheet, non-current asset plus current asset is nothing but total assets. So write the values. Total assets 5 lakh, it is given. NCA, that is 4 lakh, given in the question, plus CA. So CA, that is current asset, can be calculated rupees 1 lakh. Now we should understand the assets and liabilities side of balance sheet is always tallied. So total assets is equal to total liabilities. So total assets can be written as, when we expand total liabilities, it can be shareholders fund plus non-current liabilities plus current liabilities. So total assets is equal to rupees 5 lakh again, shareholder fund 3,50,000, NCL 50,000, and you need to compute CL. So CL is equal to rupees 1 lakh again. See, like CA, CL is also rupees 1 lakh. Now apply the formula, that is current ratio is equal to CA by CL. CA 1 lakh by CL 1 lakh. That means it will give the answer current ratio is equal to 1:1. Now we may ask the question whether it is ideal or not. Because it is not 2:1, it is not ideal. It is less than ideal ratio. It means current assets are not enough capable to pay off current liabilities. So you have to justify your answer also if question demands. Dear children, there are some practice questions for you. This is to check your understanding. Question number 1, absolutely similar. We have already discussed. Question 2, question 3, question 4. In question number 2, I have mentioned here working capital is equal to rupees 1,80,000. It means you have to apply CA minus CL is equal to rupees 1,80,000. You will get your answers one by one if you remember the formula. See, dear children, try to present your answer in best possible manner, because whatever habit you are maintaining, that will be useful for you, because you will be able to score 100% marks if and only if the format is correctly drawn. If you are presenting well, see, these are 4 questions you need to attempt, and then there are 4 very simple questions, theory based questions to you in order to check your understanding. Please answer these questions in the YouTube comment box only. Question number 1. If current ratio of a company is ideal, then it means current assets of the company is dash, then the current liabilities. You have to fill that dash now, and you have to send it to me in the comment box. Question number 2. If there is no closing stock or prepaid expenses in Bharat Tyres Limited, then the current assets and current liabilities would be dash. What can you write in this dash to make the sentence meaningful? Question 3. The ideal current ratio is dash, which is a very famous Viva question. Question 4. The ideal quick ratio is dash. See, these kind of questions are asked in your Viva. Dear children, this chapter is having importance because in board examination, the questions are asked from this topic. Secondly, the practical examination, the theory and practical, both examination consist of this ratio analysis. Even the Viva questions are asked by the examiner. And please understand one more thing. There is a written question in the written examination, practical examination especially from this particular topic. So Viva, written examination, practical examination, and then theory paper, all papers are consist of this particular topic. So do it very wisely and make a command on this particular chapter. This will be useful for you. Thank you very much. This was part 1 liquidity ratios. We will meet in the next part. That will be profitability ratios. And before that, I want the answers from you. Your efforts should not die. I do believe that you will do the practice and send me the answers for sure. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.